Welcome to the Geek Freaks Podcast, episode number 1, Should Employee Social Media Be Monitored? Our guests today are Monica Gordon and Madison Brunken.
Hello.
Hi. So the big question, the title of the podcast is the question, should the employer monitor the employee's social media? And what are the implications of that? What does that look like, I guess?
So being an employee, I don't think that employee social media should be monitored. Just because the employee should have their freedom of expression on social media, and I don't think it should be a reflection of the company.
So if I have an employee that's just like wearing my logo, brandishing weapons on the internet, it's a bad look, but it's not necessarily me and him brandishing weapons.
Right.
Or Bill, for that matter. So I don't know. I don't really give a hoot either way. I can't control you, and nor do I want to, but I know there's an HR aspect to it.
Yeah, coming from HR, I feel like there's a balance. So I actually look at every potential candidate's social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I Google your name. It's the whole gamut there. After you're hired, I think it just comes down to trusting your employees and doing the right thing, because you can have just a precedent set of what you can or can't put on social media, or should or shouldn't put on social media. And I trust that people follow that. If I am friends with someone from work on social media and I see that they're just dragging our name through the mud or something like that, then that would be a completely separate issue and probably the wrong employee for the company.
So man robs Burger King in Omega shirt. Issue?
Yeah, that would be an issue. But that would be an employee we don't want working here, because we don't want anyone who's going to rob a store.
Right.
Bad PR is good here. PR. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Oh, okay. So I know, from my standpoint, it's becoming easier to do. I can monitor how long people are in applications now that we use business-wise. I know that Microsoft is releasing a dashboard that we can see how often the tools are utilized for how long, and to me, it's all noise and it's oversight Big Brother style, but I know that there's some customers and even some potential customers that like the aspect of that. And I never was anything that I really cared about, because again, if you trust your employees, they're going to use their email. Really, that's what that's what people want to know, is how long has Bob been in his email and how many emails has Bob sent?
Yeah. Which is what Microsoft's going to allow now with their new dashboard.
Which is crazy and stupid, to be honest with you. I get if you want to see it from hey, we're rolling into, for instance, I can see how often we interact with IT Glue. Mm-hmm. It's based on points. You get points changed if the guys update documentation. That's more of a gamification versus a monitoring tool, but I can still see who's in it, right? I can still see who's doing what in it. Even that is weird to me. I'd like to use it as a gamification situation, but I don't know. I think it's just not everybody's going to use tools the same way.
I can see from a business owner side of things, or someone who's really into analytics, not so much monitoring, but making sure everyone is using their time efficiently and effectively, but at what cost? Because then I feel like employee engagement is going to plummet. It's not going to be a good thing. People aren't going to enjoy being monitored.
Yeah, I feel like there'd be less trust between the employee and the employer if everything they're doing is being monitored. And if say they're look at Facebook while they're at work, I feel like if it's being monitored and they get in trouble for that, it's wrong, because, people do need breaks while they're working. So I don't know. I feel like it's okay to look at that once in a while. Obviously, it comes to a point, if you're spending your whole day on social media and not doing work, then yeah, that's wrong. But I don't know. I wouldn't want everything I'm doing being monitored, I would just feel like invaded. I don't know.
So it's with the industry we're in and with the technology that we have, I can see how long everybody spends on like Facebook, right? So our customers always want reports on that. How long did so-and-so spend on Facebook? It's an exorbitant amount of time. It's crazy. Like the last report I ran, an individual was on Facebook for, I think it was like 200 and some minutes. That's a long time to be on Facebook on your work computer during working hours.
Right.
So there's always this give and take. But again, I don't think that that's or as a technology provider, that's not my job to police that. I can provide you with the information, but it's not my job to say you can and cannot do anything. Like work phones, we were just recently asked to monitor people's activities on their paid for work phones. We said, no, we're not going to do it. And it's just not what we stand. Like, that's not who we are.
Right.
But it's very possible.
Yeah.
Like, you spend $5 a phone with Verizon, and it will tell you everything that's installed on the phone, blah, 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 all this garbage. But there's a possibility of it. I know if you work for one of the bigs, so Microsoft, Facebook, or Google, they monitor everything you do on your phone anyway because they have to protect their data. So that, to me, would be even crazier.